Jersey, police preside. You will raise your right hand. Each swear affirm testimony about to give you the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God. So we can see.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the April 24th convening of the City of Sylvester Municipal Court. I'm gonna give you a rundown of the jurisdiction of the court and some options that you have available to you tonight. The Sylvester Municipal Court has jurisdiction over traffic violations, misdemeanors, high and aggravated misdemeanors, and city ordinances. The maximum sentence this court can impose is a fine of $1,000 or 12 months in jail. As with any other court in the state of Georgia or in the United States, you have certain constitutional rights. I'm going to tell you what those rights are now, and then as each one of you resolve your case, I'll refer back to those rights individually. You have the right to be presumed innocent. The burden of proof is on the City of Sylvester to prove that you did in fact commit the alleged offense. They must prove that beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to testify on your own behalf, and if you choose not to testify, the court cannot hold that against you. You also have the right to confront any witnesses that the City of Sylvester uses to testify against you. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, there's paperwork that you can fill out, and if you qualify, an attorney will be appointed to you. You also have the right in some instances to a jury trial. Not all offenses require a jury trial, but some give you the right to a jury trial, and if you choose to invoke that right, since the City of Sylvester Municipal Court does not hold jury trials, your case will be transferred to the Worth County State Court. If you plead not guilty and you still want a trial but not a jury trial, there's a such thing called a bench trial, where your case will be heard by a single judge. Tonight, for a lot of you, is arraignment. There are 3 plea options available to you. The first plea is a plea of guilty, which means I did it. We can resolve your case tonight. The second plea is a plea of not guilty, which means that you'll be having that jury trial I was telling you about, or a bench trial. And the third plea is a plea of nolo contundere, or no contest. No contest plea is not a guilty plea. It just simply means that you don't wish to contest the charge against you. In some cases, it offers legal benefits. You can use a nolo plea once every 5 years for different categories of offenses. And for instance, if you have a speeding ticket and you haven't used a nolo plea in 5 years, you won't get points for that ticket. Or if you have a suspended license, your license won't be suspended. The nolo plea is at the discretion of the court, and so therefore you can't really judge what's going to happen to you by what the person in front of you pled, because the court has to look at whether or not you've used one in the last 5 years. With that being said, I'm going to turn it over to the solicitor.
John, the defendant is a non-native English speaker. Mr. Downfall translated with her.
Okay. You're the translator? Okay. Just some instructions. Translate what I say exactly as I say it, and then speak in the first person back to me as if you're her. Okay. Your name is Diana Cruz, and you're represented by counsel. And what's your name?
Chad Allen.
Last name?
Allen, D-O-W-D-E-N.
Okay, gotcha. Nice to meet you, Mr. Bowers. And you've had the opportunity to speak. I'm speaking to the attorney now. You've had the opportunity to speak to the solicitor, and you all have worked out an agreement.
We have.
And that agreement is that Ms. Cruz is going to plead guilty to no license on person.
Correct. And Judge, we're also asking her to get no local. She is from Illinois, so I don't know what that charge will do to her Illinois driver's license. So we're asking for a no local plea now.
The court doesn't have any objection to that.
We can solicitor us on this.
Ms. Cruz, I'm gonna ask you some questions, and I need you to answer me yes or no for me, okay? Are you now under the influence of drugs or alcohol? Do you suffer from any mental defect that stops you from understanding what's going on right now? You understand that the maximum sentence this court can impose is a fine of $1,000 or 12 months in jail? That doesn't mean that's what you're gonna get. Has anybody promised you anything or forced you to accept that plea agreement? Do you understand that by accepting that plea, you waive all the rights that I mentioned in the beginning of the court? And are you a U.S. citizen? Okay. And has your attorney made you aware of any consequences that this plea might have on your citizenship or immigration status? Okay, all right. I'm going to accept the plea of nolo to no license on person. The fine will be $185. Do you have that tonight?
She has cash, but yeah, she does.
They take it, okay. I know a lot of courts don't take cash anymore, but
Or a card.
that's fine. Upon payment of that $185, your case is resolved. You're not translating anymore.
She was saying she left her purse, so she had to go get her cash.
She'll
Okay. Upon payment of that fine, your case is resolved. Right. Any other things that I need to take care of with this case, Mr. Bowden?
nothing further. I think she needs to go get fingerprinted. That's the one thing that she already knows that once she leaves here, she's gonna meet somebody over there. She'll get fingerprinted. So that should resolve it.
One of the officers out there, you go over there.
Okay. She just asked if they don't keep her there.
Okay.
Thank y'all. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Mr. Bowden. Frederick Calvin Davis, are we ready?
Mr. Davis, we is here for probation invitation. There's also a pending case. New pending case against him. Would you like to speak about that new case?
Yes, please. you want to do the revocation and then address the new charge?
It's like, it's my understanding is you're going to plea on both of them.
Oh, okay.
That was what we briefly spoke about. He said he wanted to plead to it, he's gonna admit to the revocation.
Okay. Did you have a recommendation in terms of the revocation?
I did. I recommend that he do 30 days in jail and then restore back to probation since he has like 940 some days of probation on this current charge.
Okay. I'm gonna come back to that. I'm gonna take care of this charge, okay?
Yeah. Would you like my recommendation on this?
Yeah, I would.
I recommend just the minimum requirement on the second offense, DUI, jail.
Could you, Ms. Crowe, could you check the statute and tell me the
Oh, $70. Yeah, that's right, $70.
Mr. Davis?
Yes.
You're represented by Mr. Green?
Yes, he just asked me now.
Okay.
I would say yes.
And Mr. Green, you've reached a plea agreement with Mr. Crowe in terms of he's gonna plead guilty to the DUI second offense, and all the rest of the charges are gonna be nullified.
That was what was worked out when I got it off, but that's what he told me he wanted to go with.
Do you agree with that agreement, that deal, Mr. Davis? All right, I'm gonna ask you some questions. I need you to answer for me out loud, yes or no, okay? Are you not under the influence of drugs or alcohol? You suffer from any mental defect that stops you from understanding these proceedings? You understand the maximum sentence this court can impose is a fine of $1,000 and 12 months in jail? Anybody promise you anything or force you to enter a plea of guilty to this DUI second offense? You understand that by entering a plea, you waive the rights that I mentioned in the beginning of court? And are you a U.S. citizen? I'm gonna find your plea is voluntarily entered, that you understand the nature and the consequences of your plea. Did you go to jail the night of this DUI? You work? How's it been doing in regards to paying probation?
He's been paying her
Okay. Is there any part of his probation that addresses his alcohol consumption? That's what I'm concerned with. You think you got a problem with alcohol?
I know I have a problem, but I ain't, I'm going on church, and that team, I ain't
You got to say that a little bit slower for me.
so I want to go to A, but they ain't got no A down here in Sylvester, but I can't drive over them, you know, that, I ain't taking no chance in that. But you go to A, I'm constantly like, taking church, but I'm on church, I'm trying to get better. Well, you said at the same time, you know, it's still, I'm going through that, you know, I had to what, and, I think one of the buttons, you know, and the first child, the first child I had, and you don't get it for adoption, and you get it, you get it. I'm trying to deal with, you know, this, my escape that, you know, and you know.
So tell me what drinking is gonna do to make it better. It make it worse, right? I mean, you're here with me again, well, not with me again, but, well, I mean, part of my job is to impose a sentence, but at the same time, if I see somebody that, you know, because if you don't address the drinking, we're just gonna be doing this over and over and over and over again, so, and the consequences get worse, and not even Mr. Green can keep you out of jail, you know, because you're gonna get up to third offenses and felony status and all those kind of things. Is there any resources other than church is good, don't get me wrong, but in Sylvester, in the area for, alcohol meetings or NA meetings or 12-step programs or anything, anybody,
There used to be AA.
but not anymore, so. All right, I'm gonna accept the sentence. I'm gonna, send you to serve 3 days in jail. What's the fine amount for a second? Send you to 12 months probation, consecutive to what he's on now.
Consecutive that,
Right,
okay.
so I guess that one will start when this one ends.
Yeah, this one already running, that one will start after he finishes this one.
Okay, and then this one is consecutive. A $1,500 fine. And I'm gonna request that probation assist in finding some type of program to address the alcohol. And if they find something, I'm gonna make that part of your probation to do it, okay?
You know, can I ask you a question?
Yes,
Sometimes we actually, sometimes help you, of course, help you, some kind of program, probably help me on my, application, file, training rate, like, that's kind of this, rates, and
now, you're in the wrong court. I would advise that you, go to Worth County Law Library or something like that, and somebody can help you with, getting the paperwork to fill out. I mean, sometimes if it has an open case or anything like that, you can file it in the juvenile court, but that's not my jurisdiction here. 40 hours of community service. And that's the order of the court. You can thank Mr. Green for 3 days instead of 30 days. You can do it on the weekend. Report Friday until that Monday. Yeah, I don't mind. All right, just do me a favor and address the drinking. That's the most important thing for the night. That's if you don't leave with anything else, leave with that, okay? All right. Hold on 1 second. How much were you supposed to pay? $449. And when were you in court? How long did he give you to pay it? Okay. March 14th to April 21st. Why didn't you pay it?
I switched jobs, paid for 2 weeks. Put on probation or something like that. I don't have.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna place you on 12 months probation. I'm allowed probation to terminate upon payment of the fine. That way you don't have to keep coming back to court if you don't pay it. You can work it out with probation. They build the terms and conditions to probation. So it's always cheaper to pay it as quickly as possible. Okay? And you're free to go once you see probation. You had the opportunity to speak to, the solicitor, and you're gonna plead guilty to reckless driving, and the possession charge will be dismissed. Is that your understanding? Hold on 1 minute before we get to that point. Is it your understanding that you're gonna plead guilty to reckless driving and that the possession is gonna be dismissed? All right, let me ask you some questions to make sure that it's voluntary, okay? You weren't here when okay, raise your right hand for me. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Okay. Are you now under the influence of drugs or alcohol? You suffer from any mental defect that stops you from understanding these proceedings? You understand the maximum sentence this court can impose is a fine of $1,000 or 12 months in jail? Anybody promise you anything or force you to take that plea? You understand that by taking that plea, you waive the right to be presumed innocent, the right to an attorney, the right to testify on your own behalf, the right to confront any witnesses that the city of Sylvester might use to testify against you, the right to a jury trial. You waive those rights by pleading. And are you a U.S. citizen? Okay. I'm gonna find your plea is voluntarily in it and let you understand the nature and the consequences of your plea. Now, Mr. Williams, do you have anything to tell the
I
court?
have a recommendation, yes.
Go ahead, Mr. Crawford.
I'm recommending no jail time, Your Honor. My understanding, he did serve some time in jail when he was first arrested. This is an older case, about 5 years old, I think, is that right? And based off of that, I'm asking that the fine be waived in lieu of time served. He's in a recovery program as well, and has just now gotten out of prison. I'm just saying, so I'm trying to make sure the judge understands. I'll put it more welcome to talk. I am asking the judge's discretion for probation for a period of time, and that's all I got.
All right, Mr. Williams, go ahead.
Actually, I started, only because I missed the first 4 days, years ago, I started the program called Anchor. I got dismissed from the program, got sent back to prison. Just I was students at prison the whole time I was incarcerated, I didn't see many programs, many cases, I got certificates and all of the re-entry, motivation training, all the things you do. Ended up getting out on parole. I wrote the first court here several times. I got released from prison a month ago, and went to see try to get a driver's license because I was aware that one or docket had been dismissed. I go to camp, it would show up, I had one, then it would show up that one had been dismissed. I would have never personally left Smith State Prison with a one, because I was really getting out thinking that my life was done in the past. So that was good. So when I really started working and I tried to get a job, it kind of sprung it on me and DMV sent me all the way I thought it was done. Okay. So that's really good.
How long were you in prison?
Almost 5 years. I got a discharge second. Smith State right here.
I take your word for it. What was your drug of choice?
Smith State,
That's what got you kicked out the Anchorage?
that's what a phone year.
A phone got you kicked out?
Yes, sir. I feel those 30 days like everybody else.
How long have you been sober?
I've been like 6 months now.
6 months?
Yes, it's hard to go to front of the
All right, I'm gonna take the solicitor's recommendation. I'm gonna give you credit for time served. Where are you living now?
Just
How far is that from here?
go to 2.5 hours, right? Call and
Are you the one that called and said you'll be here at 6?
Yes.
Okay. You got a handle on life now, you think?
I do. I made sure I got down here. Like, this is the main priority. When I called a month ago, I was stressing so bad that I wanted to avoid the law, work my job, and they assured me that I didn't have to. So, but this right here is the next step on me. Put a check behind my life. It's the only thing that I got hinder in my life right now. I thought I was going to be released. A free man, not having no probation, hold me up, nothing. I still lifetime, making no doing time for my fault. So I'm
You originally from Jessup?
No, sir.
Where you originally from?
All in.
Okay, so you changed your people, places, and things and all that kind
Never
of
look
stuff.
back.
All right. All right, I'm gonna give you credit for time served, and your case is resolved.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Ms. Matthews, Mr. Matthews and Moore.
Now, these are co-defendants?
They are co-defendants in the same case, Your Honor.
Okay.
Based off the information and facts I've garnered, speaking with officers, witnesses, and all process, based off what they told me, I believe I have jurisdiction to prosecute crime in this court, Your Honor. My understanding is they're charged with criminal trespass. The victim claims that criminal trespass is on the basis of for taking items that were in excess of $500, essentially above the threshold amount that we prosecute here, that would be a felony. In terms of the criminal trespass itself, I don't feel comfortable with just straight criminal trespass on property based on the information I can get.
Is that one of the co-defendants?
This is one of them is not showed up. Your Honor.
What's your name?
Mark Shane Matthews.
So you're Matthews, and who didn't show up? Who hasn't shown up yet?
Mr. Wall. I tried to message him earlier.
No, based on that, this witness are out here.
Yeah, they can come in. Did they recover their property?
I don't believe so, Your Honor, and I don't have any.
Okay.
Then you get the property back. So the person.
I have to null cross it, and they can pursue it in Superior Court. So you're not off the hook for whatever transpired. I can't really talk about it. It's just that you have to take it up in another court if they decide to take it there, okay? All right. You can explain that to him, Mr. Cole.